What's up, guys? It's your girl HeyParis here, and today I am bringing you 5 why me moments in my life. Now, if you follow my channel and you know what I upload and all that, segments like these are story times that cannot be full story times because I just don't have enough details. Like, they're just straight to the point. This is what happened. There's no background story. It's just stupid, annoying, funny, ridiculous shit that happened to me in my life that I cannot make it to story time. So I take a bunch of them, put them together, and make it one of these 5 type video things, okay? So these are moments in my life where I was like, why did this have to happen to me? What did I do to deserve this to be happening to me? It's my why me moments, okay? And I've broken them down to 5 main why me moments, and I'm gonna just tell you the story, get straight to the point. Please don't judge me, please. I beg you. So the first why me moment is when I was working at Walmart, okay? I feel like all the bad shit that has happened in my life all started with when I started working at Walmart. I feel like Walmart cursed my life. Walmart is the reason for everything. Like, okay. So one day when I was working at Walmart, I packed up, you know, I was done for the day, so I packed up or whatever. I was ready to skedaddle, go home, go sleep, go eat, whatever. And I'm waiting at the bus stop. I'm waiting at the bus stop with this disabled man who's in a wheelchair. Me and him are just chatting up, like we having a good little conversation or whatever. He started a conversation with me. We just started talking about what I'm doing in school or what I plan to do for the future and stuff like that. And the answers that I gave him is nothing that's going on today. So life has a mysterious way of working. But the bus comes along now, and the bus isn't packed. From what I see from the outside, there is like 2 people on the bus that I can see, okay? So in Toronto, when there's a disabled person coming on the bus lowers, and there's like a thing where they can roll up on or whatever. So I was gonna make him go first, and I was gonna go after because I thought that was like the courteous thing to do or whatever back then. But the bus driver told me to come in first and he'll come in after. So I got on the bus, and then the bus dropped for the disabled man, and I'm holding on to the bar. And if you're from Toronto, imagine the first seat on the right side of any TTC bus, okay? That's exactly where I was standing. So I'm standing there, I have headphones in my ears now, and I'm listening to music now. I'm holding on to the bar. I'm holding on to the bar, and the bus is lowered, and it's bringing the man inside or whatever. So he comes inside now, and he goes about his business. Like, he goes and rolls off somewhere, okay? Again, I'm not paying attention. I have my headphones in, so I cannot hear anybody, and I'm just not really aware of my surroundings. So my stupid dumb ass decides to sit down at the first seat without looking, okay? A bitch like Paris ended up in a man's lap. A man I ain't never seen before, a man I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was so embarrassed. Everyone on the bus was staring at me. Like, I didn't see him when the bus pulled up. I only saw like 2 people, okay? And he was not one of those 2 people. So I didn't think anyone was at the first seat, and I didn't look at the first seat. I was just paying attention to the man getting on the bus, and I sat directly on this man's lap. I took out my headphones, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And his creepy ass is just like, it's okay, it's okay. Smiling and having his hands out and shit. And I was like, I feel so uncomfortable right now. I want to go home. I want my mom. And then I went on Kik, and I uploaded this video because it happened that day. As soon as it happened, I decided to upload it on Kik because Kik was the social media shit back then. This is what I said on Kik. I'm gonna tell Kik a story, Mom. Okay, you listen to it too. So I'm on the phone, right? And I'm on the bus. I'm going on the bus, and I wasn't paying attention. I was on the phone. So the bus driver's like, oh, give me a second before I give you your transfer because the man on a wheelchair is gonna go on. So I went and I held on to the bar, and then I sat down without looking, and I sat in a man's lap. How about that?
Good for you.
What do you mean good for me?
You must have, you come from right there, so to right there, so you don't need to be sitting on no bus.
Oh my, it was embarrassing though. Like,
I traveled 2 minutes and sitting on the bus. It's nasty bus.
Anyways, that was one of the most uncomfortable, most embarrassing moments of my life. Even though not a lot of people were there to witness it, it was still the fact that I was my big ass was sitting on somebody who I don't even know. An old man I ain't never seen in my life, don't know him, nothing. Like, bitch, be careful. Be aware of your surroundings, y'all. I can't believe. The next Why Me story, let me just, y'all, don't judge me. I'm asking you not to judge me, okay? I'm being so serious. So, I was dating this guy, right? We weren't dating for too long. We're gonna call this guy, we're gonna call him, no, I know way too many Johnnies. His name is not gonna be Johnny. There was a guy, we are gonna call him Paul, okay? No, I hate Paul. I know a real Paul and I don't like him. Damn, we gonna name him Tim Horton, okay? There, that's not even a real name. We're gonna call him Tim. So anyways, why am I just rambling? Okay, so I was dating this guy named Tim, and this was the first time that he ever came over to my house. I usually go to his house and chill. This is the first time he ever came to my house. So he came over to my house or whatever, we're chilling or whatever, you know, having a good time or whatever, like we chatting it up and stuff like that. And then his phone rings. So, you know, by the way, at this age, I was young. I don't remember the exact age, but I was very, very young and very inexperienced with relationships. So for some reason, I thought that this is how relationships worked and this is just what I was supposed to do as a girlfriend. Growing up and being who I am today, I know you should, listen, let me just say, you should never be with anyone that you cannot trust. If you can't trust nobody, the relationship is not going to work out, okay? No ifs, ands, buts, maybes, nothing. It's not going to work out. So don't even put yourself through it. And the relationship, like, it's done, it's over, goodbye. Like, we ain't got no time to waste 2018, okay? So anyways, we're chatting it up or whatever. His phone rings. Hello. He answered the phone. So he's talking to this person, and I can hear a girl's voice on the other end. So in my head, I'm like, who's this bitch? Like, who's this? Like, what are you doing? Like, what, excuse me? Like, in front of me though? Like, for real? So I hear this girl's voice or whatever, and I'm just like, is he really talking to another bitch in front of me? Like, how disrespectful. Like, the audacity. Like, what are you doing? Like, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? So he's talking to her, and it's just like little words that he's saying, and then he's like, okay, you too. To me, if you're saying you too at the end of a conversation, that means that the person on the other end of the line said, I love you, or something like that, like something real sentimental and shit. So I wasn't feeling that or whatever. So I started talking. I'm like, I was about to talk anyways, and he's going like this to me. He's like saying, shh, don't talk, don't talk. So I'm like, excuse me, excuse you, like, I yo girl, you supposed to, you don't shush me, you don't tell me to shush when you're on the phone. Like, how suspect is that? That's mad suspicious or whatever. So anyways, he hangs up the phone, and I'm asking him, who is that, who is that, who is that? And he's like, I don't like when people are in my business. I don't like people asking questions like, if you trust me, you trust, like, basically just saying I shouldn't be asking anything and I should trust him and he doesn't need to answer me or whatever. So my nigga goes to the washroom or whatever. I'm like, hey, this is my perfect time to go snoop in your phone, obviously, and call back the number that you was just talking to figure out who this bitch is, right? So I pick up his phone. His phone didn't have no password on it because it was back in the day. This was no iPhone or nothing. This was like a Samsung G78. I don't know what that is. I don't even know if that's a thing, but it was a Samsung old ass phone, no passcode. Like, it was back in the day, okay? So anyways, I go through his call log and nobody's name is saved. So I don't know if this is a new phone or he just didn't like to save like names under numbers or whatever, but it was just numbers. There was no one's name was saved, and like his whole call log was just numbers, like, you know what I mean? So I couldn't just look and be like, oh, he's talking to Susie. Oh, he's talking to Tamika. Really, Shaquanza? He's talking to Shaquanza behind my back? Like, it couldn't be like that. It was just a number. So I was like, okay, I have no other choice but to call this number and figure out who this hoe is trying to rake up my relationship or whatever. So, ring, back the caller, and a lady answers, and she's like, hello? And I'm like, who in the hell is this? Okay? Just like that. This person replies and says, excuse me? And I'm like, no, excuse you. Who is this and why are you calling my man for? Y'all. Y'all. Oh my gosh. The caller on the other line said, I'm his mother. Who are you? I said, oh, my bad. I said, I am so sorry. My mistake. Have a nice day. She said, no, who the blank is this? And how dare you blanket call my blank son's phone? I mean, call on my blank son's phone talking about who the blank I am. Who the blank are you? Best believe you ain't coming to this house. Just going off, okay? I already been there though, but I already been there. But you already been there though, but I already been there. So I panic, I get scared. I say I'm sorry one more time and I hang up the phone. He's still on the washroom, but his phone is ringing off the hook now. His mama calling him back to back. So I'm like, what am I gonna tell this nigga? Like, he really gonna think I'm crazy? Like, I really just cussed his mama out by accident? Like, I did not mean that. Like, I hope he can forgive me or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So he came back, phone still ringing. He answers the phone. He's like, really? What? Are you serious? No. I don't know what they're saying, okay? But he hung up the phone and he said, why the hell would you call my mom cussing? Like, my mom is a good Christian lady. Not from what I heard. Because if she was on morning television, you wouldn't hear where she said just bleep, 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 bleep. Okay, she was cussing me. Not very Christian-like to me, but then again, I cussed her first. So, you know, yeah, my bad. But I just told him to tell her that it wasn't me because I still wanted to go over there because he had a really nice house and I liked spending time there. And he lied and said it wasn't me, and he was very upset with me, and he told me I need to change my ways or else he can't be with me. But joke's on you, I didn't want to be with you, so I broke up with him before he could break up with me, which was like maybe a few weeks later, simply because he got boring. Because when you're young and you find somebody and you think you like them, you don't really like them. You just be bored sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Why am I just going off to the side like this? Like, my neck really about to fall off. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. I'm just speaking for the speakingness. The third why me moment is when me and my friend, who I used to always drink with, you guys, I've talked about him in a couple videos. It used to be just me and him drinking all the time, okay? Anyway, so one day we were doing what we normally do, went to LCBO, picked up some vodka, whatever. We drank a whole bottle of Smirnoff Original. If you guys don't understand how dirty and nasty that shit is so disgusting. It is so gross. It will give you a headache. It will make you feel like you're dying. Like, the drunk is not good. The drunk is like a dizziness that cannot stop. Like, you can't go to sleep. The whole room is spinning. It is not a good look. Smirnoff needs to be discontinued. Okay? Discontinued. I can't. But anyways, we were just drinking that or whatever. Excuse me. And we decided that we were going to go downtown like we usually do. We usually get drunk, go downtown, walk up and down. We ain't got no money to spend, so we just walking up and down doing absolutely nothing. So we're on the bus on the way to Kennedy Station. And just, y'all ever been on a TTC bus? I know if you're not from Toronto, but if you ever been on a bus in your country, you know, some countries, their roads are mad smooth, like you wouldn't even feel a rock on the road. Toronto's the opposite. Potholes for days, potholes for months. These potholes will total your car, like it's that serious. So we on the bus and we just jiggling a little, you know, we just jiggling up and down or whatever, and the potholes is just making my drunkenness a little bit uncontainable. Like, my head, it feel weird, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing stuff. Like, this is not drunk no more. Like, I need to see a doctor. Like, I feel bad. I don't feel too good. So I'm sitting, if you're from Toronto, the last seat at the back that is risen, I think it's for disabled people. I was on that seat. I was in that seat, okay? Sitting there or whatever. I look over to him and I say, pretend his name is John. I said, John, I'm about to throw up. John reached into my bag, took out my phone, took out my keys, and whatever was in my brand new Michael Kors bag. Michael Kors was the shit back then, by the way. Brand new Michael Kors bag that I just bought. I opened that bitch up and I threw up in that hole. I'm talking about everybody in this bus, because this was like around rush hour in the summertime, okay? Everybody in that bus turned around. I hear some people going, ew, and other people just looking with shock like, and I'm just like, okay, you could go ahead and press the button. We getting off the next stop. I'm going home. I'm going to take a nap. I was hella embarrassed. Got off the bus, threw the throw up into the garbage can, and I'm like, can I save this bag? Is this bag savable? I'm looking at this bag like, yo, I saved up all my paychecks for this bitch. Like, I can't throw this out. But there's throw up in it. Like, what am I really supposed to do? So I had to get rid of that bitch. I threw the microcourse bag in the garbage with the vomit. Called it a day. Cried a little bit over the bag. Went back home where I just came from. Took a nap. And that's that. Why me? Why I gotta be me for? For what? For why? What's the reason? And the next why me? Why me? For what? Moment is me and my friend. Okay, if you guys really watch my videos, I'm gonna tell you exactly who it is. If you guys watch my I don't remember what I called the video, but I gave my friend money to go to prom, and then the girl stole my money. Y'all remember that story time? It's that guy. Okay, this is before the whole prom situation, the whole prom thing. Okay, so basically, me and him was walking. I don't remember what I called him, but I'm just gonna call him for right now. Me and him was walking or whatever. Wait a second. Let me just get to the main part. So this was like, I don't know what grade this was. I feel like this was grade 9. Okay, grade 9. I wore makeup, but it wasn't, I didn't wear too much makeup, okay? Like, if I had like a scar over here, I'd like dab a little bit of foundation powder on it to try and make it like disappear or whatever, or some concealer, and I didn't know what they were for. So anyways, I had a cut right here on my nose right here, and I had put some concealer on that bitch, just like that. I had tapped it on there. Why do I feel like in my video that I did about how I did my makeup in high school, I feel like I told you guys that I used to do that. I had a cut right here, and I used to fill it up with concealer. I used to just tap it like this, and it didn't match my face at all. I feel like it was either a lot darker. I think it was a lot darker than my skin. So it was just like a little patch right here, and it was very obvious. But I thought that it looked okay, so I was just going on about my business, not realizing that my nose was... Anywho. So that's what I did that day. I just tapped a little bit of makeup on my nose because I had a little cut right there, tapped it on, and went about my day. So me and him, the guy, we was walking or whatever, and he said, hold on, look at me. So I looked at him. He wearing a white shirt, by the way. Let me just put that in there. He's like, oh, you have a little something on your nose. And he takes his shirt, and he wipes the makeup off my nose, and he's like, what was that? And I had no explanation because... What? How do you explain? How exactly do you explain that? I said, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Listen, I don't know. I said, I don't know what it is. It's mud. I don't know. But I was not about to tell him it was makeup because I was way too embarrassed to admit that I put a little bit of makeup right there. For some reason, it was like embarrassing to wear makeup back then. I don't know why. Don't ask me. But I said, I don't know. Okay. And up to this day, I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm sorry. I was mad embarrassed because it's like, okay, now I gotta walk around with this scar on my nose, and back then it was such a big deal for me. I don't know why. I feel like in high school, everything is just such a big deal. So that little dot on my nose was such a big deal, and I was like, wow, and I have to walk around without my makeup on my nose, even though the makeup made it look a million times worse than the actual scar. So love yourself, Paris. Love yourself, okay? And the last why me moment, okay, is I was talking to this guy, okay? This guy that everybody in his school wanted him or whatever. Okay, this is beyond the point. I told that story already anyways. So, me and him were talking whatever. And he said he wanted to look in my phone. And he was just trying to like test my loyalty to him. So he wanted to go through my text messages, he wanted to go through my pictures, he wanted to go through my notes, he wanted to go through my Facebook messages, like everything. And I'm a loyal ass bitch, okay? I'm a down ass loyal ass bitch. I ain't got nothing to hide. So I was like, you know what, here you go. Go do your research, honey. I'll be standing right here waiting. He goes to my phone now. He goes to my phone, and he goes to my messages. He goes through all of my notes and stuff. He goes through my pictures now. And no, he didn't find no nudes. But if y'all remember, you guys can search it for yourselves. Me and my friend once did a music video. Search music video on my channel if you want, and you'll see the music video that I'm talking about. And in that music video, I dressed up as my brother. Fake mustache, thick eyebrows, hat, baggy clothes, whatever. And during that time, I took a picture of myself. And I left it on my phone. This is like way deep down in my phone. Like, I don't even remember the picture's there. So he turns the picture to me and he goes, "Who's this?" Bitch, it's me. It's me. It's Paris. It's me. Okay? I was so embarrassed that when he turned the phone to me, it took my breath away. I was like, he was like, "Who's this?" And I was like, and I had to think of something fast because I was not about to admit that that was me looking like a man up in my phone. Like, what is you doing? He gonna think I'm mad weird or whatever. So I was like, I gotta think of something really quick. First thing that came to my head was, it's my cousin. It's my cousin. I'm like, yeah, it's my cousin. And for some reason, he didn't know what, like, he couldn't recognize me. He didn't know it was me. And for some reason, he was jealous. Like, am I that fine of a man? Like, what's going on? And he was like, how am I sure it's your cousin? Why do you just have a picture of your cousin on your phone? And I was like, in my head, listen, it ain't my cousin, it's me, but I ain't about to admit that to you, boy. You better just take the answer that I give you. I have no more explaining to do. Like, just take what I gave you. It's my cousin. So he asked me, he's like, what's your cousin's name? So I just picked one of my real cousin's names. I said, it's Malik. It's my cousin Malik. You want me to call him up? Like, how you want me to prove that this is Malik? Like, you know what I'm saying? Never ever admitted to him that it was me, and I never will unless he sees this video, okay? It was mad embarrassing. I look like Tupac for sure. I don't know. I look like Bun B. It was a mess, and I was not about to let him know that that was his girlfriend because he might have switched sides. I'm a sexy ass man. I'm a sexy ass nigga. What you talking about? If I was ever a guy, I'd steal your girl. I would steal your woman's. I would. I'm just saying. Anyways, guys, those are my 5 why me moments. If you enjoy these little mini story times combusted into one, let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. All that jazz in the description box down below. If you can relate to any of these story scenarios that I told you, let me know in the comment section down below. I love to read your stories. Also, leave a comment down below and let me know what your biggest why me moments in your life was. Let me know in the comment section down below. Let us know in the comment section down below. Let's communicate. Let's communicate. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I love you guys so much. Don't gotta tell you twice, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye, guys.